There are 5 Claude pricing tiers: Free, Pro, Max at $100, Max at $200, and Team. Most lawyers who ask me which plan they need are either on the wrong one or paying for capacity they'll never use. This episode gives you the honest answer for legal practice specifically, not the features list from the pricing page, but the actual decision for each situation you might be in. The pricing I'm covering is current as of mid-2026. Anthropic does adjust pricing periodically, so if you're watching this later, check the current figures at Claude.ai before making a decision. But the logic of which tier is right for which situation doesn't change, and that's what this episode is really about. Here are the 5 tiers and what they actually cost. Free is $0 a month. You get access to Sonnet 5, a limited daily usage that resets every 5 hours, and no projects, no skills, and no ability to install the workflows this channel covers. Pro is $20 a month. You get all models, including Opus 4.8 for complex tasks, unlimited projects, skills installation, the research feature, file creation, and 5 times the free plan capacity. This is the starting point for any lawyer doing real work with Claude. Max comes in 2 versions. Max 5X is $100 a month, 25 times the free plan capacity, full Claude code, and maximum priority access. Max 20X is $200 a month, 100 times free plan capacity. Both Max tiers give you more of what Pro already gives you. They don't unlock new features, they unlock more headroom. Team is the firm plan. Team Standard is $25 per seat per month, or $20 on annual billing. Team Premium is $125 per seat, adding Claude code for senior users. Team gives you shared projects across the whole firm, centralized billing, and admin controls, which is a fundamentally different product from an individual plan. Enterprise exists for large organizations with specific compliance, audit logging, and data governance requirements. For most law firms under 50 people, Team covers everything you need. If you're a large firm with specific regulatory or data governance requirements, Enterprise is where you go. But that's a conversation with Anthropic directly, not a self-serve decision. The first decision most lawyers face is whether to pay at all. Free is free. Pro is $20 a month. Is it worth it? The honest answer: if you're using Claude for legal work, not just experimenting, but actually using it for contract reviews, advice letters, matter intake, file notes, free is not enough. Here's why. The free plan has no projects. That means every conversation starts from 0. Claude doesn't know you're a solicitor, doesn't know your jurisdiction, doesn't know whose side you're on. You re-explain yourself every single session. Everything this channel teaches about setting up Claude for legal practice, the project instructions, the preferences sheet, the calibration, none of it works without projects. The free plan has no skills. The contract review skill, the advice letter skill, the file note skill from the solicitor's Claude kit, all of these require the ability to install skills into a project. On free, they can't be installed. And the free plan has a usage limit that resets every 5 hours. For a long contract review or a complex advice letter, you will hit the limit before you finish the task. Claude cuts out mid-session and tells you to come back in a few hours. That's not a workflow. That's a frustration. Pro fixes all of this. Unlimited projects, skills installed and running, access to Opus 4.8 for complex tasks, 5 times the free plan capacity. At $20 a month, it costs less than a single billable hour for most lawyers. If you're going to use Claude for legal work, Pro is the minimum. Start there. Once you're on Pro, the question becomes whether you need to upgrade to Max. The short answer for most lawyers is no. Not yet, and maybe not ever. Here's the longer version. Max does not give you access to any models or features that aren't already on Pro. Max 5X at $100 a month gives you 25 times the free plan capacity, which is 5 times what Pro gives you. Max 20X at $200 gives you 100 times free plan capacity. That's it. More capacity, same features. The question you need to answer honestly is, am I actually hitting the Pro limit? Not could I theoretically hit it. Am I hitting it regularly, in the middle of tasks, in a way that interrupts my work? If the answer is yes, upgrade to Max 5x. If the answer is no, stay on Pro. The situations where Max 5x genuinely makes sense for a lawyer, you're working on large litigation files with extensive document sets, running long sessions with multiple document uploads in a single conversation, doing high-volume contract review where you're processing many contracts in a day, or running extended research and drafting sessions that take several hours. If that's your typical day and you're consistently hitting the limit, Max 5x at $100 a month is worth it. Max 20x at $200 is for extreme users. The realistic case for a single lawyer is a sole practitioner who runs Claude continuously across every matter, all day, every day, and who is consistently running out of capacity on Max 5x. That's an unusual situation. If you're wondering whether you need Max 20x, you almost certainly don't. The people who need it know they need it because Max 5x isn't enough. One practical note: Anthropic lets you know when you're approaching your limit and tells you when it resets. Start on Pro, pay attention to whether you're hitting the limit in practice, and upgrade if and when you need to. Don't pay for capacity you might need. Pay for capacity you're actually using. If you're a firm principal, a managing partner, or a practice manager thinking about deploying Claude across a team, the individual plans are not the right product. Team is, and it's worth understanding why it's a different product rather than just more seats. The most important feature of the team plan for legal practice is shared projects. On an individual plan, each lawyer's project is their own. They set it up themselves, they maintain it themselves, and the output it produces reflects their individual setup. On Team, you can create a shared firm project with the same instructions, the same skills, the same preferences sheet that every member of the team works from. One setup, consistent output across the whole firm. The junior who runs a contract review gets the same 4-pass structure as the senior. The file note from the paralegal follows the same format as the partners. That consistency is not possible on individual plans, regardless of how well each person sets up their own project. The second important feature is centralized billing and admin controls. One invoice for the whole firm. A managing partner or practice manager who can see which team members are using Claude, at what volume, and when. That matters for both financial control and professional supervision. On seat types, Team Standard at $25 a month per seat is the right option for paralegals, legal secretaries, junior lawyers, and anyone who doesn't need Claude Code. Team Premium at $125 a seat adds Claude Code, which is relevant for senior lawyers doing complex document work and wanting the full suite. You can mix seat types within the same plan, so a firm might put junior staff on Standard and senior lawyers on Premium, paying the appropriate rate for each. The question of when to move to Enterprise comes down to compliance requirements. If your firm needs audit logging, compliance APIs, custom data retention policies, or single sign-on at a governance level, Enterprise. For most firms under 50 people doing standard legal work, Team covers everything you need. 4 situations, 4 clear answers. Situation 1. You want to try Claude before committing. Start on Free. Run a few prompts, get a sense of what Claude can do. When you hit the limit, or when you realize you need projects, upgrade to Pro. The upgrade takes 30 seconds, and you don't lose anything you've set up. Situation 2. You're using Claude for your own legal work. Pro at $20. Everything in this channel, the setup, the workflow, the skills, the projects, the prompt chaining, runs on Pro. If you consistently hit the limit in a way that interrupts your work, upgrade to Max 5x. But start on Pro and see whether you actually need more. Situation 3. You're deploying Claude across a team. Team from day 1. Team Standard for support staff and juniors. Mix in Team Premium for seniors if they need the full suite. The shared projects and admin controls make Team a genuinely different product from individual plans, and for a firm, those features matter from the moment you start. Situation 4. You're running Claude at full intensity, all day, across every matter. Max 5x if Pro is interrupting your workflow. max 20x if 5 times Pro still isn't enough. This is the rare case, a sole practitioner at maximum Claude usage across a full day of legal work. If you're in this situation, you'll know it because the limit is a constant interruption, not an occasional one. For most lawyers, Pro at $20. For firms deploying across a team standard at $25 a seat. Upgrade to Max when the limit is genuinely interrupting your work, not before. Everything in this channel runs on Pro. The setup from the Foundations Masterclass, the workflow from the Workflow Masterclass, the skills in the Solicitor's Claude Kit. All of it runs on a $20 plan. Get on Pro, get it set up correctly, and use it properly before you think about paying more. Pricing information is current as of mid-2026. Check Claude.ai for the latest figures before subscribing. That's the episode. See you in the next one.